Hey everyone, today we're going to do a little intro to velocity and motion. In this one we're just going to do the bell work on product and quotient rule and higher order derivatives, so just a little review of the last section. So some nice thing to know, it's product rule, quotient rule, derivative, and higher order derivative. That's all we need. So why don't you pause the video and try these out. We've got three functions, f, g, and h, and we're going to do a little combination of them in finding some derivatives. Give it a shot. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, let's try it. So first one, we're doing the derivative of the product of h and g. So using our product rule, let's leave h alone. So x squared plus 2. Multiply by the derivative of g, which is just 3. Now add to that. This time we'll leave g alone, so it's 3x minus 5 times the derivative of h, which is 2x. And that's it. We're done. Stop right there. That's it. Next, we're going to use our low d high minus high d low over the square of low we go. So low is g of x, which is 3x minus 5. D high, which is 2x, minus high. D low, which is 3, over the square of low we go. 3x minus 5 squared. That's it. Done. Next, they're asking for the points x, y of any horizontal tangents of f of x. So horizontal tangents happen when the slope, which is the derivative, is 0. So let's find the derivative. F prime of x is 6x squared minus 54. We want that to be equal to 0. Let's factor out a 6, because let's just divide both sides by 6. So we have x squared minus 9 equals 0. All that happens at x equals 3, and x equals negative 3. Now they ask for points x, y. It's really sneaky sometimes they ask for that. I have x's, I need y's. How do I get that? Well, plug them in and get out your y's. So when x is 3, let's see what y is. 3 cubed is 27 times 2 is 54 minus 3 times 54. It's a little tricky. So you can do this a couple ways. You could factor out a 54. The way I think about it is one of those 54s will cancel this out, so we have to go 2 more in the whole. So it's negative 108. When x is negative 3, we have negative 27 times 2, which is negative 54. And then we're going to add to that 3 times 54. So that's positive 108. So 3, negative 108, and negative 3, positive 108. That's where we're going to have our two horizontal tangents. Cool. All right, next, derivative of root x. That is x to the 1/2. So it's going to be 1/2 x to the negative 1/2. You can stop there. Or negative 1/2, that's going to put it to the bottom. 1/2 is a root, so that's 1 over 2 root x. A little rational exponent there, not a big deal. Next up, second derivative of 3 over 2x. Now, some of you might have used quotient rule on this. That's actually fine. Just remember the derivative of 3 is 0. So if you do this with quotient rule, low d high minus high d low over the square of low we go, that's 4x squared. This is nothing, so it's negative 6/4 x squared, which is negative 3/2. 3 over 2x, sorry, the x squared's on the bottom. 3 over 2 x squared on the bottom. Now there's another way to do this. Check it out. This is 3/2 x to the negative 1, right? Because x to the negative 1 puts it to the bottom. Forget about the constant for a second. Put the negative to the front. Negative 3/2 x to the negative 2. That's exactly what this is. So sometimes you'll want to use quotient rule, but you can just use the power rule because x is on the bottom. That's it. All right, getting a little bit crunched in here. Let's see if we can fit f triple prime of x in here. So f triple prime of x, so first derivative, f prime of x is 6x squared minus 54. Second derivative then would be 12x, and the third, it's just 12. That's it. Cool. All right, derivative of 4 over x to the 5th. Again, I can do this as 4x to the negative 5. So the derivative of that guy, negative 20x to the negative 6th, which is negative 20 over x to the 6th power. That's it. All right, h is kind of a cool one. I added this just this time because AP loves to ask questions like this. This is a product of two functions. It's just that I know what one of them is. So f of x we got right up here. So it's going to, let's leave the x squared alone. Derivative of f of x is 6x squared minus 54. And then plus, this time we do the derivative of f, which is 6x. Sorry, we leave the f alone, which is 2x cubed minus 54, multiplied by derivative of this guy, which is 2x. That's it. Cool. All right. That's all I've got for the bell work. Why don't you come back, we'll talk about motion. I'll see you in a little bit.